Hail and well met, friends. Andang here for another episode of the amazing story that Turbine has crafted that's coming with Helm's Deep, and we are now getting ready to talk with Eowyn to learn of what must be done to protect the city before Saruman's forces attack.
There is no honor in this. Why must I stay behind?
There is no honor in this. Why must I stay behind while my brother and uncle ride to war? Do they care more for Rohan than I do? Yes. No! I would fight as hard for my people of the mark as any man, and mayhap with even greater ferocity. Eowyn's eyes blaze with a dangerous fire for a moment, and her fists clench. Then, after a time, slowly unclench. I will do this for my king. I will do as my king commands, Andang. This duty has been given to me, and I will carry it out as best I may, though it be not my desire. None will say that Eowyn betrayed the word of her king. I will protect the people of Edoras, and see them to safety, while the battle rages elsewhere. It may come to us in the end, and if it does, I will be ready. I will need your help in the meantime, Andang, for while this is a very meaningless task, I can't do it alone. I need your help. Now pick a reward quickly. Alright. Let's see here. Vitality and might, agility, or will. Obviously the might. No question about that.
There are many things to do before the people can leave for Dunharrow.
Alright, let's just equip that as the normal one. Fantastic. There are many things that need to do. There are many things to do before the people of Edoras can leave for Dunharrow. My uncle's command must be brought to the townsfolk. Wagons to be loaded with provisions, belongings gathered, and there are like to be naysayers who refuse to follow the king's will. Take this proclamation and read it before the people at several locations throughout the city. They have no idea who you are, but I'm sure they'll listen. Tell them Eowyn sent you. Start with the market north of the Meduseld steps, and then work down through the streets of Edoras. Word will spread quickly. It has already begun to do so. But the king's command must be brought to the people, so preparation for the departure can be made. Not everyone will be pleased, which we already established in the previous paragraph, with this Andang. Be kind if you can, but keep your resolve strong. This must be done. Theoden King has commanded it. Alright, and we have our little message here. Proclamation. Let's go ahead and move this panel over a little bit. Let's see here. Where is that? Oh, well, there we go. Right there'll work. Alright. Let us ride to the city. It's really a long walk. No wonder he's so old. He has to walk all this way. Does it take like 10 years off your life every time? Alright. And it is raining pretty badly here. It's fairly fitting considering the subject matter of the day today. Okay. Have to dismount by the stables, of course. This market is a good place to read the proclamation, Andang. Alright, let's read it. Hear ye, I'm reading. Listen. You read the proclamation aloud, and several people nearby begin to mutter darkly. Convincing, convincing. And when grumbles, but reluctantly, he agrees to leave Edoras, so that you may live. You're a grumbler? Really? Why? Why would you grumble? I'll convince you. Don't grumble. But Godric reluctantly agrees after you convince her not to grumble, to leave the city by simply the mention of the word. Because you are that good of a champion of Eriador. Alright, let's read the proclamation at the stairs. We are on our way to read an important message for the King of Rohan. These stairs are a good place to read the proclamation. Yes. Reading. You read the proclamation aloud, and an old woman seeks to catch your eye. Where? Oh, right behind me. I'm an old woman.
Do you have the time to spare an old woman, tidings bearer?
Do you have the time to spare an old woman, tidings bearer? I heard the commands of Theoden King, and would obey. But it may be many years since Enelith felt the bloom of youth, and I do not have the strength I once did. My belongings are tied up in this sack. It's all I own, but I cannot carry them down the hill to Dunharrow wagon without your help. The wagon is to the north of here, if you would follow the road. Can you bring my possessions to the wagon north of here? Just follow the road. I already told it in the previous paragraph, but you know, all Simers and all Aether will be in your debt. That's my name, which you could tell by the floating wood. Alright, please pick up the belongings, yes. Now take them, carry them, yes. You can't do anything else while you're carrying. You must go, Anding. Carry my belongings. Old women, always wanting me to carry their stuff all over. You're worse than a ranger, you know. I can still hear you somehow from all the way over here. That's really creepy, actually. Where's this cart? Is the cart broken? No, that's silly talk. Of course the cart's not broken. What was I thinking? Alright, it's up here on the left, of course. How could I not know? Yes, there's the cart. Of course. You really should have known that. You leave Aerith belongings on the wagon, as she asked. You really should have known where that cart's location was, Andang. It's kind of disappointing to your viewers that you didn't. Yes, well, sometimes you just don't know. This entrance courtyard is a good place to read the proclamation, but you must first dismount because I said so. Reading. You read the proclamation aloud, and a small child seeks to catch your eye. Just like the old lady.
Everyone must obey the word of Theoden King.
I heard you read the word of Theoden King, and I know everyone who is not going to fight needs to leave Edoras because I'm a very smart boy. But those men over there were laughing. I'm a tattletale and I heard them insult your name and the name of the king. You are not going to let them escape justice, are you? Everyone has to obey the word of Theoden King. Alright. Durlaugh. What kind of a name is Durlaugh? I heard that. I still think you're a champion, though.
What gives you the right to order us out of our homes?
What gives you the right to order us out of our homes? Maybe those commands of Theoden, and maybe they are not. See, I told you, announcer guy, that this was going to be a problem. They don't know if I'm really a messenger of the king. Oh, you're right. I must have not really thought about that. You really should have done differently and sent Eowyn to do it. But, go ahead and continue to try to convince him. It's too late now. Stupid announcer guy. Maybe these are the words of Gandalf. Maybe the wizard is working against us and just wants our treasure for himself. Did they not say that trouble follows him wherever he goes? I will teach you a lesson, man. I will teach you what happens when you do the biddings of the wizard. Oh, well, that's a surprise. Oh, you repay the debts for speaking to me this way. Am I really fighting a Rohirrim in the middle of the city? You know, you'd think this would cause somewhat of a riot in the city, really. I yield. I yield. Well, that's good. The other guys didn't object once I fought him. That's cool. Good job, Turbine. That was a smart quest design. Yeah, I don't really need to do tasks. Alright. Let us continue along. This is a big city. Takes a long time to get all these messages out. By the stairs is a good place to read the proclamation, Andang. Reading, reading, reading. You read the proclamation aloud, and several people nearby begin to grumble. Convincing you. Hertha listens to your words and eventually agrees to obey the king. Alright. How about you, Corlane? After a brief discussion, Corlane agrees to leave Edoras. You're doing a good job so far, Andang. Keep up the great work. Ah, thank you, announcer guy, but you know, this was really all your fault. Oh, I know, that's why I'm trying to make it up by saying nice things. Alright, let's continue along here. This is such a big city and kind of confusing. Not really, but there's a lot going on. Oh, we get to return the proclamation to Eowyn outside the Minnow, because of course, you know, have to return the proclamation, have to keep the documents in a important place. Of course, this rain's probably not helping the documents when you think about it, really. Probably messing out lots of things. But I'm sure she won't mind. Things get wet, you know. It's raining. She really shouldn't expect anything else. Maybe I dropped it in the fountain, you know. She has no idea. Great. It's such a long way back up to this place. It's one thing I don't like about it. I mean, it's very impressive, but, you know, it takes a long time to get back up here. Luckily we have war steeds. My goodness, if we still didn't have mounts, could you imagine?
It will be some time before all the people are ready.
Yeah, that's
to
great.
leave,
First of all, nice outfit. You really got decked out. Oh, thank you, Andang. This is just a little something I threw together, really.
It will be some time before all the
You have
people are
done
ready
as
to
I
leave,
asked.
but this is a start.
Good. It will be some time before all the people are ready to leave Edoras, but every journey must begin with preparation, especially one as important as this. Let's see, what shall I wear? Vitality and Might, that's good. Might and Vitality, even better. Right, this one for sure.
Grima has fled the city, but I believe some of his heirs
I like getting good armor in
remain.
the first few minutes. Makes you feel good inside. There are still so many tasks we must see to completion before the people are ready to leave Edoras. But something worries at the back of my mind and divides my attention. When you searched Grima's chambers with Hammer, you told my uncle that the room was already in disarray, as if it had been searched before you arrived. Why would Grima leave his chamber in such a state? If he was seeking something specific, surely he would know where to find it. No. I think his room was searched by someone entangled deeply within his schemes. Grima has fled the city, but it is my belief that this ally, this person at least, remains. Among the papers you collected, was the cryptic phrase, "No mere wit he," and a number of other writings. I do not know what they mean, but mention is made of a number of locations throughout Edoras. Go to some of these, and see if you find a sign of Grima's friends, or allies. Alright, we will go do that. Let's see what locations. None of us are doing this for free, Worm. Remember that you expect to be paid well for all our services. If you think we're common brigands, you aren't as sharp as that blade you carry around. If you aren't careful, you'll find it in the back next, and maybe the old man will find another to do his bidding. Maybe that's one of us. You can't grant me the burg, but I'm dealing with the Sword of Jewels on my own. If the old man values you as you say he does, why is he not giving you the run of the place once it's all done? L. On another parchment in the same hand, F says he's bringing the weapons out of the guardhouse on morrow and leave them by the side of the wall. And let's see, you have not seen him in weeks. He does not command loyalty of the people only. He can stop this, that now E is imprisoned. F assumes me and E will be a problem. He spends a day and night poring over the map, raging against his confines, but will not disobey the king. L. On a scrap of parchment on a different hand, the Blood Eye thinks we should act quickly. He says Gandalf is coming back. How could we know? How could he know this? H. This page is almost illegibly written in a hasty hand. Which tower? There are several along the northeast wall of the city. I do not know if L is going to put wood at the proper tower. You need to talk to him before we act. H wanted me to ask the contents of the chest as well. You say it will burn, but it is very sturdy and may not be spread to the southeast gate. If the chest burns but the fire does not spread, H says it'll be your head, F. Alright, so there, it sounds like there's a fire being planned, and the city as a whole might be in danger. Luckily it's raining. It's a good sign. Alright, we must ride quickly if we are to save this plan from happening. That's your pile of sticks, dude? Really? That's it. Let's see, let's examine this closely. Did someone put this pile of timber here without plans to ablaze it? Oh, hello, Rohirrim. Baka, I must have known it even though I've never met you. Of course you're the traitor. It was written all over. Himbaka was an ally of Wormtongue. But are there others? We should probably kill them. Just like we did that man. Give them no mercy, unlike the silly King Theoden, who gives even the biggest traitor mercy. Alright, luckily they were speaking in code names with just the first letter. Now that was H, so now we need to find L and the others. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you'd think guards would actually notice this. Scorched strongbox. This strongbox is scorched as if it was set on fire, but the blaze did not spread. Oh, a lady, Lefling. Well, you shall die. There's really nothing you can do about it. You're pretty much dead. Oh, that's good to know. There's someone else here. Ifling was an ally of Wormtongue, but there are others. Let's see if I can still get XP from killing this person again. Oh, it's not 4 XP. Well, that's kind of disappointing. Alright. And now Andang rides to the last location, knowing that there are fires ablaze that could possibly happening at any moment. He must ride quickly if he hopes to solve the case of what Grima has done. Alright. Let's hope we can find everything in time before Edoras is set ablaze. That would be a terrible thing indeed, if Edoras were to fall, while still Grima was doing things. Alright. See, I don't think it's going to be on the outside, or on the inside, I mean. Oh, nice saber tooth, man. It's awesome. That is very heavy looking armor for a lore master. Misplaced weapons, These weapons are out of place. Why were they moved here? That's not really very much help, announcer guy. Sorry, but that's only what I was given in the script. Alright. Let's continue to make our way. Off to the side here. A lot of stuff going on. Okay, we need to make it to the other side. Let's see where we're actually supposed to be going. Oh, we're supposed to go back up to the hall. Talk to Eowyn outside Mediceld. Alright, well that is what we shall do. But before then, thank you guys so much for watching. Next episode we will be seeing Eowyn at the right outside of Mediceld, where we will find out what will happen next, and if we have prevented all the secret plots of Grima, or if there are more remaining, and if we can make our way in time to protect the people of Rohan from the wrath that Saruman wants to create. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you again real soon for another episode as we make our way through the Helm's Deep story. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you again real soon.
PVMP and dang, subscribe.